My bad, y'all. I had to, my alarm clock went off. So anyway, what I was saying was when you're younger, you're not, you don't really know life. You know what I mean? You haven't experienced life. The world just seems, depending on who your parents are and how you're raised or who raised you and what you've been exposed to as a child, the world just seemed like one big happy playground. You know what I mean? And the people you meet in it, your friends, they just so sweet and innocent along with it. You know what I mean? And that's just life. That's just how it is when you're starting off in your childhood phase. You know, but as you grow older, and it starts young, you know, you learn little lessons at a young age in the childhood stage, but you're not fully aware of, I want to say, the dangerous potential life has. You know what I mean? So with that being said, you know, as you get older, as your mind becomes more developed and you're exposed to a variety of things. We're not playing those games today, you guys. We're not doing the sun today. But as you get older, you know, you start to see life for what it is. You start to have an idea of life. That's what happens first. You start to have an idea of life and the people that live in it. You know, you're exposed to heartbreak, you're exposed to friendship betrayals, even family betrayals, you know what I mean? So eventually, by the time you become an adult, you know, you have made the decision, which most people do, you know, depending on, you know, what they've been exposed to as an adult or adolescent. You tend to drift off from the people you were once befriended, okay? And it doesn't always necessarily mean that it's a bad thing, you know what I mean? It's just part of life, you know what I mean? But for the sake of minding the company you keep, all right, I think it's really important to put this message out here, you know what I mean? I think we need to be more mindful of individuals and, as adults, the spirits that they bring. You know what I mean? For instance, I have this friend in my life whom I consider a sister. You know what I mean? And she's just a phenomenal, come on, car with the duct tape. This car is off the hook. But anyways, she is a phenomenal woman, okay? She's 29 years old, don't have any children, you know, and the way she is and the way she go about life is the type of company I like to keep within my friends at this age, at 31. You know what I mean? Like, we still talk our ish, we still gossip, you know what I mean? We do girl things in a very innocent kind of way, but she's on her grown woman, you know what I mean? It's been years since she last had sex, and she has a friend who is the exact opposite, you know what I mean? It's not really a friend, it's her god sister, it's family. And her god sister was just like, oh, why don't you get a guy over there? If I was you, I would have a guy over there, this, that, and the third. And she's just like, that's not where I'm at in life. What? That's not my goal. That's not my focus in life right now. I don't care about no guy. Now, mind you, she hasn't had sex in over 3 years. You know what I mean? And there's certain things that she wants to knock off, you know, out the box, cross off her list, before she go ahead and, okay, I want to get into a relationship, all right? And she is achieving each goal that she set for herself. She wants companionship, you know what I mean? It's not like she's against it or it's not something that she don't want. She wants that, very much so. You know what I mean? She's focused on something else because she feels, you know, she was raised a certain type of way. And she's African. She's from Liberia. You know what I mean? She's Liberian. So she's raised a particular way. Her mother raised her very well. To the point where she's always quoting her mother. My mother always said this. My mother always said that. Always quoting her mother. And I love that about her. You know what I mean? So anyway, yeah, so she tells the girl, well, this is what I know. This is what I know. I know that, you know, she wanted to have a good paying job. She got that. She wanted to, after that, she wanted to save because she's not driving right now. She did. But she wanted to save money. She wants to save about $4,000 to put on it as a down payment towards her car. She's currently, like, she'll be done like in the next 3-4 weeks. She'll be done and reached her $4,000 goal, basically, because she ain't got no other responsibilities. She's a living you know, home health aide to a very wealthy Wall Street wealthy woman. You know what I mean? She has a roof over her head. God really took care of her. He took care of her in a big way to where she don't have to pay for her food. She don't have to pay for her housing. She worked for a very rich lady. She take care of her. You know what I mean? And she's very blessed. So all she got to do is, you know what I mean? Like, pay for her clothes and, you know, makeup and stuff. You know, just light stuff. And trust me, if you do her backstory, God is so good, and it's very deserved because she done been through some things within the last 5 years or 7-11 years, you know what I mean? And she's a very good-hearted person, so it's good to see God, you know, giving her back everything that the devil tried to steal from her, you know what I mean? And replacing it with so much more, you know what I mean? So she's working on, her goal was working on rebuilding her life. And you know, so she saving for the car, down payment for the car. She's almost there. Next month she would reach that goal for sure. Another thing, she's working on building her credit. I mean, she did so good with her credit within the last 2 months than I have within the last how many years? Yeah, so she's working on that. Then once she get her car, she wants to, you know, get an hourly job because she currently receives salary, where she makes a little bit more, and she wants to move out into her own place. Now, she already found the apartment building. She's already saving money for, you know, the down payment for her apartment in a nice apartment complex. There was something, oh yeah, so the thing about her is, just so you guys could really get a feel of how structured she is, she has a storage unit where she has been buying things for her apartment for like the last 5 years. You know what I mean? And I know you're like, wait, what's going on? There was obviously there was a gap for a reason, dealing with the law that was totally out of her hands, and she literally was innocent, and, you know, it's really messed up, but God is coming through in a big way, so that's why. But, you know, this is the goal and the plan and the type of woman she is. So anyway, she has been you know, really putting up furniture, appliances, all types of stuff for her apartment whenever she get her first apartment, you know what I mean? And not only that, she takes care of her mother and her sister, paying rent, okay? Because she was paying rent a couple of times, taking care of her brother who was scattered all over the U.S. You know what I mean? They're in Vegas and Idaho. That's what I mean. And she's in Jersey. So, not Jersey, PA. I'm in Jersey. She lives in PA. So, like, she's doing her due diligence. You feel me? And she has things set up. And she's like, okay, when I get my own place, I'm ready to start school in the fall. So she's going to enroll in school. So these are all the things that she has lined up before she's ready as a woman to pursue a man. You know what I mean? And she's like, once I move into my place, then I'll be ready for a man. You know what I mean? Once I get my apartment, then I'll be ready for a man, because I have more as a woman to offer, and she's looking for a certain type of man. So she's building herself to be that woman to get the man that she wants. You know what I mean? And I love that. You know what I mean? And I think there's a lesson in that in itself, but that's not where I'm going with this. I just wanted to break it down and explain to you guys what exactly is happening when I say be mindful of the company you keep. Now, her god sister, of course she love her. Of course she's a friend, you know what I mean? But her friend is, you know what I mean? Her god sister is not really, she's the opposite, you know what I mean? She's over 35, living with her mother. She has one child, has this little part-time job that ain't doing much of anything. And she's not doing much of anything in her life. Her thing that she do is hang out in the hood, in the streets all day. And she's like telling her, oh, come on, you should come and hang with me. And at first, she did hang out with her, but she realized, like, look, I could be making more money. And that's when she became, a live-in, because it became more beneficial for her to reach her goals faster, working, than she would have, run around in the streets and not working the hours that she took. So, I had told her, like, you know what, bleep, insert name. I'm like, the devil has a way of coming through, you know what I mean? Because, there are just some friends that, really, really want you to succeed and really happy for your success, but don't want you to do better than them. Then there are friends that want to bring you down. They see your success. They see that you're on this upscale, and they want to hold you back because they're held back, because they're holding themselves back. They want to hold you back. They don't feel like it's necessary for you to elevate. You know what I mean? Like, they see that and they prey on it. So I said, I guarantee you, when you get your own place and you done crossed everything off the market, you know what I mean, off the board, I guarantee you're going to have a problem with her. I guarantee you. And she literally was like, like, I think you're right. You know what I mean? And it's like, long story short, you have to be careful of the company you keep, because, mother effers is not where you are at in life all the time, no matter who they are, how long you know them, family, friend, foe. The company you keep is a good indication of the direction you're heading into, or where you